Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Quick Expert Reviews. Today we've got a Nokia 4.2, a handset which was recently released in May this year, and I've finally managed to put my hands on it. So we've got a fingerprint sensor on the back, we've got the LED flash, we've got the 13 and 2 megapixel camera on the back. Then we've got a power button which also doubles up as a notification, breathing notification it's called. So when you get a notification, it kind of breathes light, so it flashes light very slowly. Headphone jack on the top. Then we've got the Google Now and walkie-talkie button on the left, and a SIM tray that also holds the memory card tray inside. And then we've got a micro USB and a bottom 5-ring speaker on the bottom, plus the microphone itself. So pretty decent. Now the handset itself sports a 4.71 inches display made in IPS LCD technology. So it's not an AMOLED, but considering the price obviously of the handset, which is £149, it's really hard to find something with an AMOLED display. Now the handset itself runs on Android One, which means you will get at least two big software updates, and you'll get software security updates for at least 3 years with these handsets. We are running on Android 9, and obviously, as it is with Android One handsets, you do get the security updates pretty fast, to be honest. So yeah, this handset itself also ports 32 gigabytes of internal storage and 3 gigabytes of RAM. The 16 gig model sports 2 gigabytes of RAM. Now, with the internal memory, because it's 32 gigs, you cannot format the memory card to double up as an additional storage like you can do with, let's say, Nokia 1+1.1 and anything like that. That only works with handsets that have 8 or 16 gigs, where you can put the memory card in and you can format it so it works like an internal storage, so it shares internal storage. But 32 gigs is still plenty. So to be honest, within that price range, again, it's quite close to the Sony Xperia L3 and the Samsung A20e, both which I've reviewed recently. However, obviously the upper hand with the Nokia is that you do get the Android One. Now, in terms of the battery itself, you've got 3000 milliampere hour battery. However, I have to admit that even with the adaptive battery, the battery life is actually pretty decent. You do get at least 2 days of battery life with the handset itself. And then what else we've got in here? We've got obviously built-in NFC. Now I say obviously because with some, for example, Chinese manufacturers, I know that Nokia is owned by HMD Global, but phones like Xiaomi or like, low-end Huawei handsets, you don't always get NFC, which is quite important if you're planning on using Google Pay, not Play. So yeah, that's that. Apart from that, you've got box standard apps like the Google Files, Google Maps. You've got a built-in FM radio as well, which is always a nice addition. If you want to use it, obviously you have to use the headphones that double up as an antenna, but it's always nice to have. And then in terms of the camera, obviously the camera pictures, the samples will be at the very end of the video. However, we've got a couple of cool features. So we've got the depth, which allows us to adjust the depth. So basically, you can take pictures, which is called a live bokeh. So it allows you to blur the background. And then if you'd like to, while you edit it, you can adjust the background blur. Exactly the same as you can do with the £1,000 iPhone XS. So it's a nice addition. However, when you turn it on, you lose a couple of settings, which I'll show you now. So when you turn the depth off, you get the HDR and the moving picture off. So the only thing you've got left is the timer, so we can time the shots and after 3 seconds you get the picture taken. Apart from that, we've got the promo, which allows us to adjust the white balance, the focus, ISO and exposure value, which is always a nice addition, and you don't get it with every single phone. It's always nice to see that Nokia stands true to its past very important photographic features that go into the more of a budget phones. So yeah, that's the live bokeh mode, which I did mention. If you take a picture, it also works with front-facing camera. It blurs the background nicely. So now let's have a listen to the actual bottom firing speaker. So yeah, that was actually pretty loud. Now these are some of the video samples. There is no optical image stabilization, but as you can see, it's not that bad. And some camera samples as well. So yeah, thanks for watching another episode of Quick Expert Reviews. Let me know what you think about the phone, if you're going for that, or the Xperia L3 or the Samsung A20. And I'll speak to you soon, guys. Bye!